Good morning, everybody. We are about to leave and go to the train station because we're going to Épernay. And by we, I mean you and me. We are basically headed to Épernay, actually to Reims first, and then a taxi will pick us up. We're going on a press trip with Style News magazine and PERRIER-JOUët Champagne, obviously. And I am so incredibly excited and grateful for this opportunity. So I'm going to be the correspondent in France for Style News magazine in order to cover the latest exhibition that's being sustained by PERRIER-JOUët. And then we are going to be heading to a lovely lunch with them. They have a couple of events in store, so I really can't wait to see you in there, show you everything. I have already been to the Belle Époque Maison and to their restaurant as well. However, I think it will be so fun if I get to take you in here. Outfit of the day, I can show you really quickly. I've got a silk and cashmere sweater, clean sunnies. I've just put on some Rouge Coco Flash in 174 Destination by Chanel. It's kind of like my go-to lipstick these days. And then I've got white trousers and an Hermes belt. I'm also carrying my Hermes Picotin. Machi. And I've got my Scarosso moccasins, so I'll see you on the other side.
Benjamin Loyauté et Laure. Et je vous invite maintenant à partager un repas, parce qu'on va être dans une thématique du banquet, donc on va démarrer tous ensemble pour le déjeuner.
Hello you guys, so we've just arrived at the hotel in this beautiful region of Champagne and I'm looking above you because I actually have the nicest view from this room. It is insane. We're kind of in this beautiful hill where we can see all of the vines grow. I will show you that in just a second. We'll do a little bit of a room tour. We first had sort of informal lunch, which I adored. Obviously lunch paired with some champagne, which was super lovely. And then we headed to the Museum of Van Champagne to have a look at their latest new ephemeral exhibition, which I will put the dates in here so you can see from when to when you can have a look at it, but you are obviously having a sneak peek.
Maison PERRIER-JOUët, et on est d'autant plus ravis d'accueillir cette exposition.
We also had a tour of the Maison Belle Époque by their artistic director, who is the person in charge of actually building all the relationships between the artists and the house of PERRIER-JOUët. The Champagne PERRIER-JOUët always commissions different artists, whether it's for the creation of a glass or a certain bottle or even the cardboard packaging. Guys, a quick room tour in here. We've just arrived at the Lyceum Hotel and look at the view from this place. This is absolutely fantastic. I am loving it. We've got the little champagne bucket next to the champagne relaxation, a little bottle of PERRIER-JOUët champagne, a little program for tonight's dinner. Here's the other side. So I'm so wishing Tristan was here. Also, here's the look of the day. Completely needs a little bit of an extra iron, but at least you get to see like what the full look was. I didn't really have time to touch up my makeup, so all I did was add a little bit of highlighter, a little bit more lipstick, and let's see if the mirror is good enough to show you my outfit. Voila for the outfit of the night. Linen jumpsuit that I'm going to pair with a little bit of a poncho. Give me just a sec. Linen jumpsuit. I've got Hermes sandals in denim. I'm trying to make the best out of the nice, like, last days that we have. We're going to pair that with this little poncho, and voila for my outfit. So we're headed to a cocktail at the Cellier, and then we're going to have the fabulous dinner. Really cannot wait to take you with me. Let's go. I love the architecture of the hotel. It's just so modern and kind of like carved with natural materials within, not really the rock, but the kind of like heels. So wherever you look at, you're always going to see the beautiful champagne crops in there. Let's head to join everybody. Good morning, everybody. How are you all doing? I've just finished the loveliest workout with the most beautiful sightings of the vineyards. It is a lovely, special time of the year to be in here in September because it's the time when they're doing the whole collection. They do all of this by hand. The actual house of PERRIER-JOUët has 600 people that they hired on a limited duration contract, let's say, which also just assures the safety of the workers. So it's something nice to know about it. I guess it's part of the whole concept of being a luxury house, isn't it? And while I'm getting ready here with you, it's what I see from the window. It's honestly such amazing sightings. I'm actually wearing a Chanel Vital Lumiere foundation. I've never really tried the Vital Lumiere one. I've tried the Vital Lumiere Aqua or Vita Lumiere. So I think I quite like the finish of this one. It's got a little bit more coverage than Vita Lumiere Aqua. However, I'm still hot from my workout, so it's probably not the best moment to do makeup, but it's the only moment I have. I feel like we cannot say I'm gonna apply a little bit of highlight without saying on the high points of my face. And it was my first time trying one of those treadmills that are sort of like curved, and when you run towards the middle, it will run at a slower pace, and then as soon as you start to try to go upwards and uphill, it will actually pick up a faster pace. Hello everybody. So we are back in Paris now from one of the most mind-blowing press trips. Oh my goodness, where to start from? I guess the beginning would be a right place to start from. However, the crowning of it was just as interesting. So where do I take you? The reason for the invitation was the celebration and the avant-premiere opening of the latest exhibition at one of the most iconic museums of the area of Champagne here in France. And so you'll be asking yourself, what does PERRIER-JOUët have to do with that? Well, so the Perrier family actually built the Château Perrier, which is today's location for that museum, which was absolutely beautiful. It's a gorgeous trip mixing some iconic historical masters from Renaissance times. We even had some artists present in there that were exhibiting at the museum with us. A beautiful recollection of over 200 pieces. There was also a book release with the exhibition that featured a couple of different artists. It's a very in-depth collaboration from different artists where one of them will talk on the first person in present as if it was a glass that is talking. Another one shows us the different type of photography that they did with the different glasses on the collection that the house owns. So the house of PERRIER-JOUët actually owns a beautiful, stunning collection of vintage glasses that they actually incentivize you to use when you're there. It's just like transporting you back in time. Some of these champagne glasses are maybe 100, 200 years old. So it's super fun to drink off them. Imagine what people would do back in a day. In honor of the exhibition's title, they actually hosted the most delightful press dinner, which took place at one of the grand rooms in the chateau. So not only are you taken aback from all of the beautiful architecture, very in line with the part of the title of the exhibition, Banquet of Wonders, they set up 2 large banquet-style tables, which were dressed up beautifully. Dinner was prepared as a collaboration from the 3-time Michelin awarded chef Pierre Gagnère and the cellar master Severin Ferson, who paired their cuisine and knowledge of champagne to create the most exquisite dinner. We were spoiled by a live performance during the dinner with Ryoko Sekiguchi, who is actually a writer, one of the writers on this book I was telling you about, that came out in conjunction with the exhibition. And to my surprise, my table neighbor to my right was Axel de Bouffevent, who is actually a French / Uruguayan creative director. She is the mastermind behind bringing all of the artists together to perform or exhibit at La Maison Belle Époque. Besides being French, she was born in Uruguay. Long story short, our favorite place in the world is the same city. We love the same sunsets. It was one of those dinners, you know, there's a lot of storytelling, there's a lot of imagining going on, there's a lot of dreaming going on. It was the loveliest person to have next to me as a host and take me through her world of wonders, all the experience through producing this lovely book, which she actually writes on as well. Altogether, an absolute unforgettable experience. I could stay here for hours telling you more about it, but if you want to see a little bit of the visuals, it will be posted on Insta. I think now I'm gonna have to let you go because I do need to go do a little bit of fashion styling for my clients. So anyway, one final thank you for the PERRIER-JOUët House and Style News magazine for having taken me on this absolutely breathtaking, unforgettable press trip. I want to thank you all so much for having watched until here. If you're not done watching, I'll leave you 2 more videos linked in here so you can binge a little bit more. See you on the next one. Bye!